Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a great day to be alive, and I thank God that I'm here to make this video today. I want to say a big hello to everybody, and I want to send my love out. It is we've never been through times like this through our generation, and there's so many things going on. It's just, it could be overwhelming, but you got to stand your ground. We got to stand up together and see this thing through so we can get these changes that are needed. Changes that people intrinsically know have to happen, and this is what we go through right here. I want to thank everybody that has given me the benefit of the doubt and that has listened to my point of view. If I've helped one person, then that's enough for me. And I believe there are better days coming, and the truth is going to come out about the things that have been going on. But the people that are working at levels that I don't know yet, I don't understand, I want to thank you for that, because when how can I say this? During my life, when I try to make things happen, okay, there are you can't rush it, okay, number one. And I always know that by putting my positions out there that other people are listening, and that there's going to be other inputs that have to be made and decisions at higher levels that have to be made. So again, I thank you, because I feel it. The positive things are coming on these changes, and the truth is going to come out. So like I say, it's unprecedented times, and I just got to say, every day the country ran so much better out of under President Trump, because he cares about the people of America. He cares about people, not just big business. Even if he comes from a business background, he's still for for the people who help build America and help build his empire, and everyone's. I mean, we're all together in this. You can't separate people with money from people without money. That's a big mistake. And to have that kind of mindset in the hometown or the big city or anywhere is a big mistake. So anyway, unprecedented times. We're on the brink of World War III. The bank failures. I think we're going to, I don't know, but I think there's a lot more going on behind the scenes there than what the press has led us to believe. And the weather's funny. Weather warfare is what I call it, because that's what I believe it is. And border crisis, we see what's going on there. That is a tragedy on so many levels. Human trafficking, drug trafficking. People who are hired to do a job with border protection, diverted from their duties, distortion of the rules, distortion of people, to believe that this open border is something that's going to benefit America when it's not. And also the what I call the chemical attacks, especially like for East Palestine, Ohio. Your heart's got to go out to them, because they have devastated the place. They've devastated the land and devastated the water, trying to take everybody out. So it just shows Biden and Biden's regime, if you want to call it Biden's government, they have no regard. He's been in there too long, and he's got too much of a history, of corruption. How can you stay in office that long? And he's just got a trail of disaster behind him that's been covered up in the past. Now it's coming to light. So we will see about this, the truth is going to come out, and we have to make the changes that are needed. And then the other thing, China and North Korea, with their saber rattling, along with things that are going on with Russia, it is the doctrine has always been, can America handle two wars simultaneously, war with Russia and war with China? And, there's been some doubts in the past, but I don't think there's any doubt. I think we can do it. I think we will do it, with the American result. I still got a cold, so excuse me. Okay, I want to talk a little bit today also about the gangstalking. It's a real thing. When you are blacklisted or you are targeted, your life will change, okay? And unfortunately, but it's true, your family, your inner circle, your friends, if you're married, your spouse's family, their inner circle, their friends, they can all get together and, work programs to try to take you out, while they're pretending to be your friend or really have feelings for you. And that's the thing right there, when you're emotionally involved, or, you really like the person, you love the person, you open up and, let them in your house, and they'll turn on you. I'm saying you gotta watch them. Watch them like a hawk, because it is real. And it's not funny, one iota. It's just that I gotta talk about these things and my experiences, because there's been so many through the years, all the years. I'm opening up to that, to remember exactly what has happened to some degree, okay? Very important on the most important parts about child molestation, okay? And also, being held back not only in childhood but in the military, but still, you got to overcome it. And, I didn't know these things were working behind my back, but at some degree they've been working it. So anyway, it's real. Don't let them take your dignity, and don't let them take you out. Realize that we're all in this matrix, whether we know it or not. And this is it's real. Okay, you can overcome it no matter what you're going through. You really can. You believe in yourself, believe in your higher power first. Okay, awareness that these things are real. Not to be distracted by your cell phones and computers and, all the things that are laid out there to keep us distracted and off guard, really. Okay. So, let's see. When it comes to the inner circle, okay, when I moved back to Ohio, I was, my mindset was, look, I got two really close friends that I've been friends with for a long, long time. So I felt, very, very blessed, very lucky about that. Okay. And I want to talk about the Air Force side right here, Air Force buddies. Me and my friend, we shared a lot of good times, okay? Good days and adventures in Okinawa, okay? And, I value those days. And, it's not that I don't have feelings or, can drum up any hate because of what's happened, but you know, by triggering me and degrading me and using me, I could never ever understand. Okay, here's my main point. Never understand why you want to get involved with this, I'll say, family feud with Faye and Lanny. Okay, the energy involved and the hurt and suffering that I've seen on my grandmother, grandfather, uncles, aunts, and especially my mother. Okay, and a lot of the story is going to come out and not be told. But I couldn't understand why you would want to get involved in that. But, you know, like you say, for the record, here we are. Okay. So, you know, this is inner circle stuff, so it's a little bit difficult, but I feel like I've got to talk about. So, my man, you know, we had really good times in Okinawa. Visited a couple times in the Philippines. It was, you know, that's the thing too, because his hangout, that mug burnt down. Okay, so just saying, I'm not saying there's a correlation. I'm just saying that we shared good times in Okinawa and Philippines. I'm sure we went out, you know, and had a few beers, whatever. So, you know, here's the thing, okay. When I moved home in 16, he was there to help me, okay, and help Aunt June. And, you know, try his best to, how can I say it? You know, just back in the swing of things, as far as the relationship goes. But I had changed tremendously, okay? I had changed tremendously after the things I went through after surgery and the OxyContin and all the drugs and everything that went with that period of my life in the Philippines. And, you know, so did he. So, but, you know, anyway, he did a lot of good things for us. I can't talk about this and, you know, try to act like that these good things did not happen. But like bringing music, we go to concerts, absolutely great concerts there in Dayton or Cincinnati. Burn CDs, all these things, right? But see, here's the thing. Okay. As we went into this relationship, my feeling was that his mindset was getting the same as my uncle's, Uncle Lanny, actually, you know, a lot of similarities. And then also very similar to some of my other friends in the inner circle, okay. So that was what I was feeling. Okay, and that's what I was picking up on. Okay, so you know, as that distance grew, instead of either talking it out or letting it go, there was it got worse. Okay, as far as being a distance or communication gap, or you know, the way of thinking and connecting in the relationship, basically. Okay, so I guess the point there is, you know, if you feel that something's wrong, you know, and if for some reason, you should try to talk it out, right? And if not, let it go, you know, because especially knowing that if there's things going on behind the scenes as far as they're part of their plans and programs, as far as this gang stalking and trying to take you out, then trust me, it can be a real thing. All right. So, you know, he turned out to be a leader in these attacks, right? Unfortunately, but it is true. You know, right after, you know, I talked about being drugged and gang stalked and, you know, trying to better myself at IOP. You know, in all fairness, he would pick me up okay, and sometimes get out of work, maybe a little early on a Friday or something, and we could go eat lunch or go shopping, whatever, if he could get away from work. So that was all good. But during that time, he was running fucking narrative. Okay, he was running. Let's see. One day he picked me up, and I guess projecting his hate or anger or whatever on me. How old is that church? I don't know. You picked me up from the VA in Dayton. And why would you even say those things? Okay, but it went on for a couple weeks. And the thing about the drugs that I were given, it was time release. So these things, it stayed with you for a while, okay? It stayed with you for a while. So he would run the narrative also that fell in with Faye's MO about my relationship with my wife, okay? My relationship with my ex-wife, Lourdes. So now, okay, what you did is you verified. You are in deep, and because you're so close to me, what you're doing is you're running the fucking point, basically, okay? You're running the point on me. So, okay, now I know you're in, okay? And now I know you are a major player. So no matter what you've done, you're in as far as running the point, or so close to me you're doing operations that probably no one else can get to. Even though they're all running the same story, you're closer with an emotional tie to me, okay, which can be quite painful, but it's something you got to work through. And let's see. Okay, keep in mind that if someone's always talking about people, how can I say it, all their shortcomings, and that's a major emphasis of their conversation, just because you're friends, don't think he's not going to those same people talking shit about you. And with me, it goes a step farther, okay? With me, I think this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that there was an angst, okay, as far as my relationship with other people in Kadena. And I'm going to go and riff on that on another program. But it's a bit painful because this is inner circle and people that are very close, are close to me at one time. But anyway, I think, back to the point, I think there was an angst or how can I say, if you're setting the narrative because you're in contact with people, not only at Wright Pitiful, okay, not only at Wright Patterson, okay, but you're in contact with all the old Okinawa people, and I'm not really, okay, and you're trying to run your narrative, then you just raise that bar up many, many levels with me, okay, as far as being a sellout, okay, and being a traitor. So these are the things that manifested over time, and this is a long one. One of the things, though, that I've got to mention is that by playing this narrative about trying to put people down and, I don't know, attacks or humiliate and degrade them, okay, you open the door right there to a lot of, I suppose, old issues or old fights with people, some of the people that I worked with before, okay, and in a roundabout way I'll try to explain this to try to use that to your advantage, okay, and I don't know if that was to please your contractor bosses. please your Air Force bosses who moved down from AFMC, okay? Please the Inspector General, grease the wheels to try to get some issues going before the inspections, to try to humiliate other people. I felt all those things were happening, you know. In retrospect, I can look back and see these things. Okay, so I'm speaking in generic terms. I don't want to go into all the details on that. But, you know, because we opened the door for the IG, in a way that's a blessing, because we can see how they really act too. And to put that in perspective, I mean, you take a look at the wasted time and wasted money on these IG reports at the higher levels, okay? And, you know, if these are the kind of games you're running, you know, behind the scenes games, instead of doing some meaningful work for a majority of the time, then if it helped expose that, then that's where it is, you know. I'm not going to change that or feel bad about any of that, okay? And let's see. Okay. Some of the, I also knew that there was a big interaction when you're talking about the private companies, because we did a lot of shopping at Barnes & Noble, okay? So, you know, during the height of the attacks, when we went down there, it was, how can I say, there were things laid out on display that would, you would know from research that were some of my favorite, either movies or books or CDs, some of these things. And I believe they were laid out there premeditated in order for me to go buy them, or, you know, well, go buy them, you know, basically. But in retrospect, it let me know that they were working behind the scenes, and they had all the private information, and they were sharing all that information, and they were using it to attack me, okay? So, you know, there was just too many incidents that went on, okay? And you know, I felt I felt you were projecting that meanness or hate or angst or whatever the fuck it was, you know, towards me while you're doing all these helpful things. That's what you really got to watch out for. So, you know, I just want to reiterate a couple things. You know, once you let me know you got involved with phase operation, at first I could never understand why you would want to do that, okay? You know, I thought our relationship was so much bigger than that, but it's not. I mean, I don't know what you have signed up for a long time ago or last week. I don't really care at this point, you know. But once you got into that energy, it is, I couldn't understand that, because like I say, there's been so much hurt and angst within my family, and for you to step into that, you know, you're just acting as an agent for the enemy in my mind. And again, you know, if you got friends or frenemies or acquaintances, you know, keep in mind, if they're always talking shit about people, you know, and that's a majority of the conversation, okay, then, you know, you got to ask yourself, hey, do you think you're any different? You know, do you think when you turn your back, they're not talking shit about you? You know, all the things that they may or may not like about your life or what you do, but they won't tell it to you, but they'll tell it to, you know, people to beef up their own ego, basically. So, you know, that's a sellout, bro. That's a sellout. Anyway, I know this is way long, but I want to reiterate that this is real, and these are the things that have happened to me from my perspective, okay? No matter who, just because people are your family, just because you had great relationships in the military with these folks, just because they're part of your community or part of your childhood, teammate, classmate, it don't matter. Okay, once they gang up and once they put their plan together to try to, take you out, humiliate you, get you locked up, get you killed, discredit you, humiliate you, all these things, for their own program or their own ego. Okay, don't let them do it. No matter what you're going through, stand strong with your resolve. Okay, stand strong and don't let them, don't let them run their operations on you. While even they have a standing in your inner circle, my advice is be very, very, very careful who you let in that inner circle. That's always been, something that I live by. But, it just goes to show, that you let people in like that, they'll turn on you. Time changes people, and but there's always hope. There's always hope, and there's always resolve that you've got something bigger to do, you've got something better to do, and don't let them hold you back. Okay, this is way, way long, but I had to get this one out, so I want to thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America, and keep on keeping on.